Statoil's career model maps out two pathways for career advancement: professional and leadership. The model has 8 band levels, from operation and support to the senior executive band. All the roles we have in Statoil fit into this model. The job architecture framework further details the band levels. The different career bands are only described on a general level in the career model. To help us figure out where specific roles fall in terms of these bands, we use the job architecture framework. In this video, we'll be going through the basic features of job architecture. The graphic you're seeing will help you keep track of where we are. So, what is the job architecture framework? Briefly, job architecture is a method for determining at what career band level a role in Statoil should be at. Notice that it is a system of evaluating roles, rather than a way of assessing individual employees or their performance. So why do we need to be so systematic about positioning roles in the organization? Essentially, the reason is to ensure that titles and band levels are applied in a consistent and fair way across the company. It is vital for Statoil to have a method for correctly establishing roles, given the variety of functions, business areas, and locations involved. The job architecture framework is applied in 3 different settings. First, when we're engaged in recruitment, the framework helps us determine the appropriate band for the roles we want to fill. Second, organizational changes may require us to revise the requirements of current roles or create new roles. And finally, it is an aid to performance management and career planning, particularly useful when setting performance goals and development goals. So, let's look briefly at how the job architecture framework works. Starting from the career model, the job architecture framework helps us understand what the requirements are for a role to be at each band. Each band in the career model has an associated one-pager like this, describing what is required for a role to be at this level. For a role to be placed at a specific band, it must first meet the requirements under core attributes. This is the most important thing to determine. After that, we consider the nature of the role, depending on whether it is a leadership, professional or project management role. It must meet further requirements as laid out in the one-pager. For example, suppose we have job descriptions for 3 particular roles: a project leader exploration role, a maintenance engineer role, and a process operator role. Using the job architecture framework enables us to identify the band level where each of these specific roles belongs. So, in review, the job architecture framework enhances the career model by refining our understanding of what the band levels in that model mean. This enables us to accurately determine the appropriate band level of any current or planned role in the organization. Using the job architecture framework ensures consistency, fairness, and transparency in the use of roles and band levels across Statoil's operations and locations.